First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Ravens.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Room here to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
From the gun, Jackson. It's a room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On third and goal, Wilson. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Escaping the pressure. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone. And that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Gets around him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. Here's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Brought in left side by Snead. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Comes up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. They find some open field here. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
back at the 28-yard line.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, he's going to go up top. And got his man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews taking it in. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, 78 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and you couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. To throw is Jackson. Operating from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
It's second down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 22.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 15-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing.
And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it third down.
It's now third down and long.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pernell McPhee picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And he backs it away and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Wilson on the keeper. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
It's a gain of
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This time Wilson will throw. Rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vincent Mayowa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. To try again after the sack. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. That's caught inside the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Jackson escaping the pressure. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. One last shot for Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
You'll get
20,
nothing and like
10,
it.